friends, and welcome back. I'm Enterprise Architecture, and we are back here playing more All the Mods 10 Lite on our community Minecraft server. Throughout the day today, all sorts of new people have been showing up on the server, and it's been a really great time to see all the new friendly faces around. Oh, and some unfriendly faces around, as it were. These skeletons have been getting the best of me pretty much all night. We've also had a few necromancers show up, but we've also had a bunch of friends show up to the community, and that's been really great to see. It's been nice having everybody here. And of course, if you want to join us, you certainly can. All of the details are in our Discord, and you can click the link below to find out. Oof, hold on, friends. I need to go deal with this real quick. Anyway, so as I was saying, we've been having a lot of new friends over, and it's been really great to have everybody here. I've got to play with a few folks already on the server and have some interesting little adventures, and we accidentally blew a few things up too, but that's been okay. No harm has been done. No significant harm has been done so far. Today, I'm moving on a little bit here and seeing what we can do as far as the official quest line goes. Now, we have actually knocked off a lot of quests just by actually going around and killing some monsters. So that's been going pretty good for us here. We can actually collect a whole bunch of rewards for our trouble. And ooh, we got a copper ore hammer. That's great. So all of these are really fantastic things to be picking up. And a lot of these quests are unlocking other quests for us, which is also really nice. Now, the ore hammer I only just learned about. This allows us to crush various blocks of ore, the raw ores, and we'll get double the yield when we do that. That does mean we get the raw block somehow, but if we have Silk Touch or other means, we should be able to get to that, which should help us out a little bit here. So I do want to start working through these quests as much as possible. I do think ore berries, you combined with this pylon, could be extremely useful for us, but we don't have any of the things that we need for this. We're going to have to get quartz eventually, which means a trip to the nether, and polished blackstone I haven't encountered yet. The rest of this is going to be pretty straightforward for us. But one thing that we can do right away here is upgrade our furnace. So I don't have enough iron to upgrade the furnace, but I do have enough copper. Actually, I might have enough iron, but making a copper one is the next incremental step. All we do is surround it with copper. There we go. Now we have the next tier of furnace. Now, along the way, we had gotten an augment for another quest that we had completed. And I believe, there we go, we can right click on this and add that augment to it. So there we go. There's our speed augment. It uses up twice the fuel, but it halves the cooking time. So that should be really useful for us. It'll make things go just that little bit extra quicker. It looks like we can also start pushing items in and out of here, which is nice. And we can configure it just like as if it were a mechanism machine, which is really cool. All right, so that is a few more quests done. We can certainly take these real quick. It's nice that we got these augments without having to do anything. How would we make these augments in any other world? So let's see here. Iron furnace, where is one of the augments? Stone, sugar, paper, redstone. That's not too bad. Let's see here. Are there any others that we want to look at? The speed augment, the fuel efficiency augment. I guess you could combine those and make it, oh, this slows down the cooking time by 25%, but it heats up the furnace twice as much. Maybe in combination, those two would offset each other a little bit. That's probably worth checking into. We need coal, paper, any sort of stone, and redstone. Now, redstone has been a thing that we have not found yet, and I do need redstone for a variety of things. So it might be time for us to go down into the mines and see if we can't get a bunch more iron and a bunch more redstone. I will go ahead and make myself up a few more picks because we certainly will need them. I'm going to make at least a few more stone picks here because those are going to be our default for most mining for now until our iron production gets up a little bit higher there. Now, we did notice you can actually craft the iron berries that you can then automate to produce iron for you, but we aren't at the point where we can do that just quite yet. So that's going to have to be something that we come back to at a future date. Right, for the bush, we are still missing rose bushes. So we should keep our eyes out if we do see rose bushes in any biomes and pick those up, but then we just need 4 trees, 4 pieces of iron, and we will be good to go. All right, so we have all of these things. We've got some basic provisions. We have a little bit of food. We might take a little bit more food with us. I don't know if I can cook anything up real quick here, but one of the quests did give us steak, but I'd rather not eat that for reasons that we have already discussed in the past. So maybe I'll just make myself up a little snack here based on whatever I've got laying around in the garden. Okay, here we are down at the bottom of our mine shaft that we've slowly been digging, and I finally found ourselves some oreberry bushes. So hopefully these will be useful enough for us to be able to start automating our ores in the near future. So let's grab up all of those oreberries. That's copper, but we really want iron. I think that'll be more valuable. What's this? Just glow lichen? Yeah, that's all that is. Okay, we are still looking for, exactly this. Just the redstone ore that we were looking for. Give me that. Okay, great. Oh, and there's more of it. We'll go ahead and ultimine that up. And yeah, there we go. A bunch done. What's this? Chthonic gold. I'm worried that if I break the actual chthonic gold block itself, it won't grow more, because it looks like that was actually growing ore on it, didn't it? Let's see here. Does this tell us anything about it? Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that'll tell me whether or not chthonic gold can be grown or not. Maybe we'll just leave it here and we'll come back and see if that crystal was a one-off or if it continues to regrow like with our amethyst. Ooh, look at all this. This is all some sort of a base. This is incredible. I don't even know what this is supposed to be, but we're definitely going to loot all of this and see what we have to find. All right, so, oof, all sorts of beautiful stuff. There's a bunch of coal, flint. There's my diamonds, some amethyst shards, a gem, a guardian gem, a crystal heart. Oh, this is going to be one of our baubles, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I love the relics mod. Grants the relic bearer extra strength by increasing their maximum health. Wonderful. And that means we need to connect all of the dots in here. Where are the rest of the dots? There's one. I was hoping we'd find more. Is it just a triangle? Yeah, there it is. Okay, wonderful. Maximum health increased by 3 points. Wonderful. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and equip this real fast. Let's see here. Bobble slot. There. Okay, do we have anything else good in here? More gems. More gems. Copper and gold. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got real. Oh, I can't even fit all of this in my inventory at this point. This is amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and start dumping some of this into our backpack here, and hopefully we will find a good use for it in the near future. Lacerating stone sword. Vampiric stone sword? Oh, yes, please. Oh, if only this were iron. I wonder if we can steal our enchantments off of our various pieces. That's something we need to research in the near future. And an amulet of protection. This is from Iron's Jewels, though. We've played a little bit with Iron's Jewels in the past. Let's go ahead and equip that. Wonderful. Okay, so that is all of the loot here, but we're also going to take this blast furnace real quick because that's going to be useful to have. Ooh, Xycorium ore. What is Xycorium ore? I think this is one of those Xycraft gems, so we're going to need a bunch of that in the future. We definitely need to keep our eye out for it. Whoa, take a look at that. I still love that in this game, just a single source of lava can turn into just an ocean, a river of it down here. But I did just notice that apparently we got ourselves a cowboy hat. Did we find that off of that zombie that we killed when we came in? Let's see here. What does a cowboy hat get us? I need to figure out how to connect these dots. If you all remember from Ocean Block, that's how we need to connect these dots. It makes a pattern if you connect them in the right way, but only if you connect them in the right way. There we go. Okay, gallop. Increases the movement speed, jump height, and safe fall distance of mounts by 27%. Oh, it's riding a pig. Oh, that's so cute. And we have to get to level 5 before we can unlock the actual power here. So let's go ahead and put this on our head in our curios slot. I think there's a separate head slot. There we go. Look how saucy that is. Love it. All right, so we have returned from the mines and we found a lot of new ingredients that we can start using, including some of these blue Xycorium gems and red Xycorium gems. And we got uranite from power. We got all sorts of interesting things that we can start playing with. But I think what I want to do to start here is start learning a little bit more about Xycraft. I haven't used much of this at all, and I don't really know anything about it. What I do know is that the generators, the extractors are extremely useful, and we can use these to generate a variety of additional ingredients here that we want to have. So I think I might start with something really, really simple and make myself a little lava generator. I think that'll be useful. So to do that, we need one block of dripstone. I brought back a few of those. We're going to need to get a single lava source block, which I think we can get relatively close by with a bucket. And then we need a place to put all of this. And it looks like there are a few options here, one of which is to actually build a tank using Xycraft. I've never done a Xycraft tank. I assume it works kind of like the mechanism multi-block. So we can get started on all of these things. Well, I can't seem to find anything in Xycraft that allows me to do fluid transportation. I'd rather not just use mechanism because we always use mechanism. So what about industrial foregoing's fluid transporter? I've never used this before. We do have a single ender pearl to our name, and this might be the way to do it. But let's see if we can't make the industrial foregoing book or manual first, just to make sure that this will work for us. So we do need to make at least one book. That means we need to make some canvas, and that means we need more straw. So I think we can get that pretty easily here. Let's see here. Do we have some logs that we can strip somewhere? I thought we had a bunch of logs left. We do. We have oak logs. Let's use those. We will put those in our offhand, and we'll go to our cutting board here. There we go. That gives us 8 pieces of tree bark. Oh, that's tree bark, not straw. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Can we make straw? Oh, we have to use bamboo. Okay, let me go get some bamboo and we will try this again. Okay, there we go. Bunch of bamboo. Let's turn this into blocks. We will put these in our offhand, and this time this should work for us. Yes, yes, it did. Okay, so now we have straw. Straw will then make canvas for us, and then we can use this canvas to make a book. So we want to add this to our list. Now we should be able to take our sugarcane and use that to make paper. Let's do that real quick. Perfect. And we should take the rest of this sugarcane and go put it somewhere useful for us. Let's go put it down by the water, and hopefully we can get a bunch more sugarcane growing. I'm sure we'll need more paper as we go. There we go. Perfect. So I think we can just do something like this to get a book. There we go. And then the manual, we need dirt and we need a piece of redstone. Well, we already have the redstone, so we just need the dirt. There we go. That will work for us. And yeah, we can just do this in our inventory. I keep forgetting that I've already unlocked the extended crafting inventory. And I can actually use that to craft in a big grid here because we are using the crafting grid on a stick, crafting table on a stick. And so I have a hotkey bound so that I can use that instead. I keep forgetting about it over and over again. All right, so what does this tell us about transferring fluids? Fluid transporter can be used to transfer fluid between inventories that are 1 block away. You need to have a transporter in the extraction side and the insertion side. Okay. Multiple transport types can be in the same block, but they have insertion modes and extraction modes. To change modes, you need to right click in the middle area. You can filter things, remove upgrades, blah, blah, blah. All of these things can work for us. All right, so first things first, why don't we head down to the shore here and get ourselves a bit of sand, and then sand we can turn into glass. That glass we can use to build some of the walls of our tank. I think that'll be a good starting point here. Let me just grab up a bunch of this. Let's take a look. Now that we have some sand, let's throw this into our copper furnace. I don't know what's going on with the interface here. That's just a little weird. Well, if I unfilter that, that goes away, so I guess that's good enough for us. Okay, wonderful. So the extractor, what do we need for this? We need some kivy, we need some aluminum, we need some pistons, we need some pointed dripstone, and we need some item ports. Let's add the various ingredients that we need here. I mined up a bunch of kivy already. We've got that. We've got some iron that we can use to make our pistons here. I think the aluminum is going to need to be smelted. Maybe we just put a pause on this real quick, and we put in a couple of pieces of aluminum. Let's do 8 for now. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and put our sand back in there. That'll keep going. Okay, wonderful. That should work out well for us. So let's see here. Now we have aluminum. We need to grab up some wood and some stone. Let's grab up this cobblestone here. We're going to grab up our oak planks here. And we are going to need to make ourselves a piston. And while we're at it, let's make 2 pistons because as I mentioned, I think we're going to do multiple extractors here. And now all we are missing is the pointed dripstone. I'm pretty sure we picked up pointed dripstone. We did while we were mining. And then the other thing we need are these item ports. So let's see here. That's a regular item port. I think we can also use a fluid port. Oh, that one uses gold or brass, aluminum. Oh, these are all aluminum. Okay, well, let's see here. What do we have the most of at this point? Sulfur, gold. We may as well just use aluminum nuggets for this. So let's go and make up 9 of those. Great, no problem. And now we should be able to make up a fluid port. Oh, but I need to make up some buckets. Okay, no problem. Do I have more iron? I know I mined up a bunch more iron. Look at that. We have 55 iron. And again, that means we need to swap out from our furnace temporarily. There we go. Because we need at least the 2 buckets in addition to the 1 bucket I have around here somewhere. We were using this to expand our planting. Well, I guess while that's going, let's go ahead and do this real fast. Fluid port. There's 4. Actually, it looks like that should be plenty for us. Okay, great. And we get the quest completion. Even better. Okay, so let's make 1 of these. Let's make, ooh, I need 1 more piece of aluminum. So we're going to continue playing this game where we are swapping out bits out of the furnace until we make more furnaces. That's another thing we should do is probably start automating our furnaces too. Okay, there's that. Oh, give me that. And let's make 1 more of these. Great. 2 extractors ready to go. Perfect. Okay. The other thing I want to make is the industrial foregoing fluid transporter. And I believe somewhere in here, yeah, I did kill 1 Enderman, so I do have 1 Ender Pearl. And what else do we need for that? I wasn't even looking very closely. We need to make a pitiful machine frame. And for that, we need some logs, which we have plenty of logs. We're going to need a block of redstone. We're going to need some lapis here. There's our redstone. Let's do a block of that. Okay, great. We can remove that. Let's see here. Pity machine frame. There's that. And then this is just missing another piston. So let's go ahead and make 1 more of those. Perfect. Okay, there's our fluid transporters. So we need water, lava, and we need a magma block. Now I happen to know where there is a magma block because I accidentally died because of this at a previous juncture, and that was really annoying. Right, so right out my door there, I found this little cave here, and there are magma blocks at the bottom of it. And these magma blocks create a downward force that drags in unwary players. So let's go down here. We're just going to grab up these couple of magma blocks and then surface so that we don't suffocate. There, we got 4 magma blocks for our trouble there. Wonderful. All right, so before we head to base, let's walk all the way back over here and get some lava. Oh, it looks like we have a zombie with a musical backpack. That would be a nice find. Can I take you out before you kill me, though? That's the question. Oh, the answer is no. No, I cannot. Okay, there's a big pool of lava for us. We can start making a mess of this. There we go. And didn't we just see squash too? I don't think we found squash yet. That's great. Okay, wonderful. Now we can head all the way back to base. Ignore the blown up tower over here. That's a story for another time. Maybe our friend DW can tell. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we have all of our primary ingredients here. The only thing we're missing is some sort of a storage mechanism. And I believe that we have, ooh, I thought we had storage drawers in this. Let's see here, drawer. We do functional storage. Oh, we put it all the way around. That's why. Okay, great. Well, we're just going to use a 1x1 drawer. That's going to hold all of our lovely stone that's going to come out of this system. So let's go set this up outside somewhere where we don't burn the building down. I think that would be safer for us, even though it's a little outside of our base. Like, right, let's say over here. Where is my shovel? There's my shovel. Okay, great. So if I remember correctly, we should need to go down 1 extra block here. And I believe that is where the magma goes. Then we put our regular cobblestone on top of that. And then on either side of this is going to be where we put down this extractinator with lava on the sides of that. I believe that is correct. I can't remember if these are below or above. Oh, I'm being murdered by a tiny zombie. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so if I remember this correctly, oh no, don't have broken. Oh, good, it didn't break. Whew. I thought that was going to be the end for sure. Okay, let's go get some dirt and fill this back in. I really need to make one of those mega torches or similar because this is getting to be a huge problem. My base keeps getting exploded by monsters over and over again. Okay, so let's see here. Let's fill all of this in and we're going to try that one more time. So as I was saying, I think this can go there, this can go here, we kill a zombie, and this should start producing stone for us now. All we have to do is put that oak drawer right on top like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and that's going to start working. Now, we don't want to burn the building down, so we will put a piece of stone right here just to be safe. But yeah, now we're generating lots and lots of stone. Okay, so that is the first recipe that we want to do. Now, the next recipe here that we want to do is to use this to make lava. So I think I made a mistake. I think I needed one more bucket of lava to make lava. Oh, no, I don't. I only need one block of lava. Easy enough. Okay, so that's going to go beneath this dripstone. So let's put that down here at the bottom. And I think we might be able to put it just like one block over from this, and it should still work. So lava would go down here, and then the dripstone block will go on top. We do need to grab that dripstone out of our inventory. I know I brought back a bunch here, 10 pieces. That should be plenty for this experiment. Okay, so lava on bottom, dripstone, extractor. Are you doing what I want you to do? Okay, if the internet is to be believed, we just have to invert the problem. So let's try this and hope it doesn't catch on fire. Is that now working? It does not appear to be. Let me try this one more time. If this recipe doesn't, oh, there we go. Okay, great. So that is now working. It is now pushing the lava down instead of up. And yeah, that should export. Now, I'm hoping this doesn't just insert it into the world right here. So I'm going to leave this cobblestone block here just in case. But I believe the fluid transporter is what we are going to want to use for this. So we can put this right here. There we go. So that should, I believe, work. Yeah. Okay, this is looking promising. All right, now all we have to do is start building our tank. And I believe it said that we could do a 13 by 13 tank with no trouble. We don't have enough blocks to actually do that, but the one thing we are going to need here is the input to go in there, the valve. So let me see here real quick here. It's the Xycraft valve. Yeah, this thing. Okay, great. So we need any Xyclorum gel. We need a machine base, and that's Kiwi and aluminum. Let's see here. I believe we were cranking through aluminum a little bit, but I don't know. Yeah, we need to make a whole bunch more. Give me... Oh, can I use the blast furnace for this? Let's see here. Raw aluminum, tiny coal. Yeah, we can. That should go a little bit quicker here. Let's try this out real fast. All right, let's see here. Do we have everything for this? We just need to make the machine base. There we go. Now we can make one of those. There is a valve. So apparently this will allow us to insert our fluids into it. I believe we really are going to need at least one more of these though. Just being realistic, because I think you need an input and an output probably for whatever we're going to do. And this will just make it a little bit easier here. I'm not positive about that. Let's see if we get any more instructions off of this. The valve is the heart of your tank. This is where you'll pump or pipe fluids into it. Let's see here. And it doesn't say anything about where the items come out of it, but this is what we are going to use to do that. Okay, great. So this is working here. I guess in theory, we could put the tank directly underneath here, but I did want to try these fluid transporters. So it says it can transport up to 1 block. I don't know if these have to be in a straight line or not. Oh, what a terrible night for a rainstorm. This is not ideal, but we will certainly take it. I think this should give us a 3x3 space in the middle. And I don't honestly know whether or not that means we're only going to be able to put 9 buckets, or I guess 27 buckets in here, or not. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I guess we'll go ahead and use stone on the top as well. Okay, so that should be a valid box. And then let's just glass this in real quick. And we will do an outlet on this side. There's a valve, and let's do another valve like right here. And then I think we'll do glass for the rest of this and see if that works. Great, I right-clicked on it, it said formed. I guess that means things are happening. Now, if I put, whoa, where did you go? My fluid transporter, I wanted to link to this fluid transporter, but it doesn't look like it worked. Let's see here. Huh. Alright, well, something is certainly not working here, and I suspect it's because the blocks are a little too far apart and that they have to be right next to each other at like a 90-degree angle. So we're going to make a fluid hopper here real quick and see if that doesn't get things where they need to go. We'll make one to start. There we go. Okay, let's try this one more time here. Let's put our fluid transporter on this block. We'll put a fluid transporter on... Oh, it's not letting me put it on that block. No. That's annoying, because what I really want to do is use my fluid hopper to point at this block here. Will you let me do that? You will let me do that. And then I should be able to put the other one on this block? No. So what we can do instead is just make ourselves up a second fluid hopper real fast. And I believe if we convert this, there we go. Make ourselves another bucket. There we go. And then add our fluid hopper there. Perfect. I think we should be able to chain these together, and then that should, in theory, start working here. So this should allow for input. Let's see here. Are you doing anything? All right, so basically I just removed all of the pipes from the equation altogether, and now I'm just pumping from the extractor directly into this tank, and that seems to be working fine. Now, I have not figured out how in the world we are going to get the stuff back out of it, but at least for now, this seems to be working. So I'm going to call that a win. And as the sun slowly sets on another day, we have made some good progress here. We've gotten started with the real automatic generation of resources in Xycraft, and I'm feeling pretty good about things. I'm going to try and maybe set up a few more of these generators for some basic items that we're going to need to move through the pack here, but I think a lot of the more interesting stuff is going to come through other different types of resource generation that we're going to explore later. But for now, just a reminder, this is a community server that I'm playing on. You probably saw the chat messages coming through of all the other people that are on the server today. You can join our server and play with us for free. Just hop over there to our Discord and you get all the details about how to play with us in this All the Mods 10 playthrough that we're currently doing. And we'd love to see you here. And of course, if you would like to support our channel, there is now the paid memberships program. It's a very, very cheap paid membership, but all that money goes to help support keeping the server up and running, and we certainly appreciate it, but it is no way required. Again, it's a free community server, and we're just happy to have you here to play with. But for now, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye, friends.